And whew, I've made it to section 4 of the math 8 MCAP practice test. And I feel like I've had to work pretty hard. So I hope that you're ready to work pretty hard during this MCAP. Don't give up. There's been times in this practice test when I got an answer wrong and I had to really stop, figure it out, but I did. And you can do that too. That's the point. That's how we do math. Okay. So now here is something that I know my class didn't get to volumes yet, but I think you get a formula sheet, right? You should need a formula sheet, okay? We should know our general volume formulas. So let's write down some volume formulas that we can memorize to prepare for the test. So the volume of a cube, which we'll use later, preview the questions, is side cube based on height times, volume of a rectangular prism is length times width times height. In case they're, right. Stuff like that. The volume of a cylinder, which we'll do now, is, so in general, we always find the base area and then multiply it by the height. So a cylinder has a circle base, and the area of a circle is pi r squared. You might not know that. And then the cylinder has a height, so we multiply it by a height. Okay, so even in the prism, the rectangular prism, we can think of the bottom rectangle as being our base, and then that's length times width, multiply it by the height. So we got prisms and cylinders. We do pyramids. I don't think we do pyramids in 8th grade. So you can look up pyramids and cones just in case. But that's just putting a 1/3 in front of the same sort of area formula. So let's use cylinder here, because that's what we want, right? So we want to find out the radius and the height. Oh, we have the height and we have the diameter. Did you know that the diameter is equal to twice the radius? So if we know the diameter of the circle, then we basically know the radius too. The radius would be 3. So substituting into the formula, B for cylinder, pi 3 squared times what is a 12 is my height. I have my handy dandy calculator right here. And I'm just going to press the pi button. 3 squared times 12. 339.29. But now I see that none of these answers are that answer. So that's because when we're finding volume and we have pi involved, pi is an irrational number, right? So we have an approximate solution. This is called an approximate solution because we had to round. But we can also get the exact solution by only multiplying the numbers together. So it's 9 times 12. 9 times 11 is 99, 108. So if I just multiply those together, that's 108. And then put the pi next to it, we can see the answer is 108 pi. That's called the exact answer. All right, moving right along. The group raised money by selling keychains and coffee cups. All right, so I think earlier in the test I said we got get, graph, equation table, right? So this is another one. They gave us an equation which represents keychains. You see that? This is an equation for X keychains. So X is the amount of keychains, and then Y is the money. And then they gave us a table for the coffee cups. So what I would like to do is take this table and create an equation so that I can use that. And it won't take me too long because I just have I have 2 points. I'm going to take 2 points here. And I'm going to find the slope and I'm going to find the y-intercept. And I feel like I can do that pretty quick. So 5, 14, 10, 28. So find the slope. We're going to do 28 over minus 14 over 10 minus 5, which is 14 over 5. That's my slope. Now I need to find the y-intercept. So I know that y equals mx plus b, because that's all you have to know. And now I have 14 over 5. Now to find the y-intercept, I can substitute any of the points in for x and y. So I'm going to choose this. So my x is going to be 5. B is a variable, and my y is 14. So 14 over 5 times 5 is 14. And I'm starting to see that the 14s cancel and b is 0. So it looks like, what's 14 over 5? Oh, 2.8. So 14 over 5 is 2.8. So I'm going to write y equals 2.8x. Look how close that is. It's almost the same. Okay, so on Friday, the group sells 40 keychains and 40 coffee cups. And now I see what we want to know, the total amount of selling keychains and coffee cups. Naturally, we would want to know that. What is the total amount raised from selling 40 keychains compared to the total amount raised for selling 40 coffee cups? So now that we've done that work, we could substitute 40 in each equation. So we have our keychain equation. Okay, it's time for the next class. Okay, so our keychain equation is, what was it? 2.75. And our coffee cup equation is 2.8. So we're going to do 2.75 times 40. And we're going to do 2.8 times 40. So let's see what we get. 2.75 times 40 is 110. And 2.8 times 40 is 112. So we get $2 more from the coffee cups, right? $2 more. So let's find the one that says I get $2 more selling those coffee cups. It's $2 less than the total amount raised from selling coffee cups. $2 more than the total from selling. No, it's $2 less. It's A. A is the answer. All right. Now we just switch on to geometry. That's testing for you. So we have 2 transversals. What is a transversal? A transversal is it's a line that intersects 2 other lines. And a lot of times, those lines are parallel. So that we have all these properties, congruent and supplementary. We went through the angle names. So let's use what we talked about way back when. So if I see all right, allow it. Let me pause this for a second. All right, I'm gonna play through here. So we have lots of corresponding angles, alternate interior angles. Those are the first I'm looking for, but also linear pairs and linear triplets. Don't forget about those. If you have angles whose non-common bases form a line, then those angles add to 180. Angle 1 plus angle 2 equals 180, or even angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 3 equal 180. And so in this case, that would be right what's happening right there. So we could call this S plus 40, angle 1, 2, and 3, plus 60 equals 180. These combine to be 100. So S equals 180 minus 100, or 8. So S is 8. And R is an alternate interior angle factor also. And the student claims that 80 is R is 80. That student is right. The claim is incorrect? No. The claim is correct. So now we gotta find a good reason. The claim is correct because of what we just did. 180 minus 40 plus 60 equals 80. So the answer is D. All right. Any questions? All right, now back to volume here in the area. We have a cube that has area, each face of the cube has an area of 1/36. Okay. In part A, we want to find the length of each edge of the cube. Write and solve an equation, blah, blah, blah. Then we want to find the volume. So let's draw the cube. Hopefully your art teacher has shown you how to draw a cube. So I will also show you how to draw a cube. We draw one square, then we draw the same shape square, somewhere back there. I have now drawn for you a 3D cube, okay? And the area of one face, so like this front face here, that's called a face, the front. And so we know the area of the front is 1/36. But we also know it's a cube, so we know the side lengths are the same. And how do you find the area? What's the area formula for a square? Area formula for a square, which is the shape of the face, is side squared. So we can substitute in 1/36 to that formula, and then we can square root both sides, which is what the prompt wants us to do. And the square root of 1/36 is the square root of 1, over the square root of 36, 6. And so the length of one of the edges is 1/6. And now we can use that to find the volume. The volume of a cube, which I said earlier, is side cube. In this case, 1/6 cube, which is 1/216. Didn't need a calculator for that, but I hope it's right. All right, moving along. I hope that made sense to you. And back to the lines. So I'm thinking about slope intercept, standard, y-intercepts, things like that. Oh, look, y-intercept, slope. It's a good thing. That's what I'm thinking about. Which pair of statements describes the correct equation of the line and gives a correct explanation about the ordered pairs on the line? So let's find the equation of the line. And since they gave us a nice picture, we can use a slope triangle instead of the slope formula. So we know our y-intercept, 7. And we can, oh, I see, the cross is right at 2. So the rise over run is down 7, right 2. So the slope is -7/2. And so my equation for the line, which is what it wants, is -7/2x plus 7. All right. So now let's see if we can answer the question about that. The equation of the line is now the equation of the line is -7/2x plus 7. I'm very confident. All right, so C and D are my only two options here. Let me erase this stuff so I can see them. The equation of the line is that because the slope of the line, because the slope, yes, so C, this was a lot easier than some of the other questions on the test. Cool. All right, a school club ordered, see, right, I see systems of equations, so I'm thinking about that. I hope you are too. I'm thinking about what are the variables, what do the variables represent? I see pizza, but I just ate lunch, so that's not going to distract me. X represents the number of medium pizzas and Y represents large. Okay. And I remember earlier problem where I showed you the total amount and then the total cost. And I see that's happening again. Right? So we have a total amount here and here. So maybe, do we have 26 pizzas? Because that's what this is saying. Medium pizzas plus Y, large pizzas is 26. And then this with the coefficients looks like a total cost. So we need to know the price of the pizzas and put them as the coefficients. All right, so with that in mind, now I'm going to read the question. A school club ordered medium pizzas and large pizzas for a club meeting. Each medium pizza cost $10 and was shared by 3 students. All right. Each large pizza cost $12 and was shared by 4 students. There are 26 students in the club, and the club spent $80 on pizzas. I see. So I don't think we're gonna want. We have 26 total students, but not 26 total pizzas. So that crosses out A and C. Because X plus Y would be, we know that the X represents pizzas, but the 26 represents students. Always look for the word after the number to help you make sense of the problem. So I'm just gonna, no, you are not right, you are not right. So now we know it's 3x plus 4y equals 26 because that's all we have to choose from. And we also know they told us 3x. And the medium pizzas, how much did they cost? The medium pizzas cost $10. So it's got to be this. Because we know the total cost, right? And we know that X represents pizzas. So to get the total cost, we multiply the number of pizzas times the cost for that pizza. So I think D is a sneaky one. You could do some division and get those numbers, but it's not right. Okay, the answer is B. $10 per medium pizza, $12 per large pizza, 80 is the total amount spent on pizzas. Okay, don't worry, guys. This is the last one. And then you'll be ready. You can watch it again, in case you didn't get enough. Anton has some money saved for school. To increase the amount he has saved, he got a job and added all the money earned to the amount he already saved. Anton was paid at a constant rate. Okay, so constant rate. That means it's a line. After working 10 hours, he saved $450. So I'm thinking, oh, X hours, Y is the amount of money. So 10 is an X value and 450 is a Y value. So that's the coordinate 10, 450. And 20 hours, 600. So that's the coordinate 20, 600. Again, looking at my variables helps me figure everything else out, at least to get started. So which equation? So now we have 2 points, and you already know we can find an equation if we have 2 points. We're just going to find the slope. And that would be 10 over 150 or 15. So it's not D, it's not A. And so now we gotta find the y-intercept. So I'm gonna choose 10, 450 to substitute in to my mx plus b. Y equals mx plus b. That's all you have to know. 450 equals 15 times 10. All right, so 150. Subtract the 150. 300. So b equals 300. Y equals 15. X plus 300. There it is. All right, there you go. 8th grade MCAP Math 8 practice test completed. And any questions you have, let's talk about it. Bye for now.